Streaming at the same time. Oh, I'm dumb. I didn't even know that. What's good? It's your boy Q2 motherfucking God. Yes, I promise you guys a podcast. It's about that time. Welcome to the new year, 2025. Shout out to everybody who want to join us today. I did not. I'm not ready at all. Like today was one of those days again. I'm still getting used to like jumping into my schedule for this year. I woke up at like three something, but still somehow like either procrastinated my way till 5 o'clock or like just couldn't move my way around. So, anyways, we're off to the start of everything this year. It's just beginning, man. Give me a break. Don't mind the photo in the back. Old la da dee. Still true to heart, but old. So, yeah. Shout out to my nigga Raj. He nigga popped up on my front page. Shout out to my nigga Roger. Over a year ago, the True Loader artist. His name True Loader artist, the world one. I ain't feel like saying it all the way. Shout out my nigga Roger. He popped up on my front page. That's funny as hell. I went to school with that nigga. He became a little rapper now. You feel me? So bitch, the video bad as fuck. Feel like she bad, bad. Oh nah, chill, chill. What we doing? I go to Machi over here. Shit. Yeah, yo. Shit. We live, babies. We live, live. Live, live. Why my screen like this is bad, man. I can't see numbers and shit. Get my lighter real quick. Oh shit, I'm bugging. Oh, I'm really hold on. I'm bugging. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I haven't. So today wasn't like I was planning to do a podcast, right? You know, planning to get up a little bit earlier type shit. Feel me? Scared to open these photos right now. I'm just trying to get to the video that's like right there in the minimize that bitch now. Doing too much. It was right here though. Hold on. Real. Doing too much. You doing too much. You doing too much already. Come on. Nah.
When I was in high school, when I was in high school,
Hold on.
I thought I was going to be a basketball player
Hold
or
on.
football. I'm a
Hold
fat
on.
ass kid.
Hold on. That's not what we was trying to do. Hold on. It's just something I was just about to touch on. Yeah. I'm just trying to set everything up. It's been a minute. Oh, my stomach, yo. I swear to God, bro. I I kid you not. Today was one of those days where I know I ain't eat nothing crazy, but I did have a honey bun earlier. I had a honey bun yesterday, not today. Today, all I had was pancakes. No, waffles and bacon and chicken. I had waffles. I had chicken and waffles pretty much this morning, bro. I don't know why my stomach busting like I had like ate mad dessert or some shit. I had a honey bun yesterday. Yesterday. Um, hey, let the journey begin, and you got my stomach right there. That shit, that's not even how my stomach really looked, to be honest with y'all. Like, I took that picture, like at a weird angle, and I also didn't flex. You feel me? Like, I'm not flexing in that photo. But I wanted y'all to see the start, and today was just really today's podcast is not going to be hey hey ah! like podcast is like the first podcast original like the first topic will be like next week or something like that or this week coming up. But originally like today we just want to talk about what's going to be the topics for like this year and what we trying to plan on doing pretty much for this year. Gonna be quick. Um, but yeah, first I want to say thank you to everybody who viewed and liked that. We will drop more videos and more shorts similar to that one and more similar to like whatever. But once we start getting more likes and shit, maybe I'll drop like a full video so people get the full feel of how I'm working out and what it look like. I am planning on showing y'all the finished product. Like like I'm gonna say, give myself like 2 months. Give myself with 2 months of solid working out. And we're gonna keep going after that, but we're gonna give ourselves a solid every day this year, 200 to 100 abs of something. But we're going to be trying to go pretty hard this year. Because last year we got close. We got close to our farm and close to our goals. Anyways, thank y'all for that. I just wanted to tell y'all about that. But today's podcast is mainly going to be about. Sorry, it took me so long to get into that even. Um, the girl's probably here. We got close. We got close to our farm and close to our goals. Anyways, thank y'all for that. I just want to tell y'all. I just want to say thank y'all for that, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So this year, as far as podcasting goes, we're really trying to have like I'm really gonna be reaching out this year, to a couple people and see if they want a podcast. But my goal really for this podcast this year, and goals that we haven't said, like the other time in 2024 for our goals list, and pretty much stuff that I definitely want to why am I still doing this? Hold on. I forgot to hook up the mic. I sound weird. All right, all right. Yeah, so for sure, one of the first things I want to tackle this year is trying to get to have a guest and have the equipment that I need to have a guest on here for sure. I mean, like I could have a guest on here, we could both sit here and be doing it just like this, but I'm most likely gonna have it in in the other room in my kitchen and shit like that. Um, but yeah, I mainly want to have. I want to say like max. I want to go with like 10 people. I want to at least somehow. I want to say like start off this year at least by having 10 to 20 people max. Like 20 is like I done reached past that goal that I'm aiming for. But 10 or more this year, and trying to do a podcast like I said every week. I'm trying. That's like the goal. But like I'm trying to have a. I don't say people. I'm talking about people with ideas, people with plans, people with goals already set, people who have accomplished, like for instance, like you have your own business and you've accomplished, making over 40K or whatever. You've already done that multiple times, and you got your own business. So you want to talk about, tell people or show people how they can have their own business. Come up on the podcast. If you a rapper, you like to rap, and you want to promote your music, and you want to talk about yourself on a podcast, bring yourself along. You want to talk about relationships, goals, or relationship and um, family relationships, or just relationships in general. Bring yourself if you have a good topic to bring. I honestly want somebody to come that has some type of topic or some multiple times. I say multiple times for it. I want people to have multiple topics. Sorry, my brain just started lagging. I want people to come and the majority of the time have at least one or two topics with them, other than the topics that we're going to be talking about, and be able to bounce ideas off of each other and be able to vibe. Like I just want that for this podcast this year. Um, part of the reason I want that is because like I missed that. I used to do that before. I used to interview people. I used to interview rappers. I used to interview. Um, we interviewed businessmen, rappers. There was one more person. We interviewed spokespeople. We interviewed people who just go around do speeches and talking to people and shit like that. Last when I did that on my other channel, on the other channel, on Logfee's channel, shout out to Logfee. When I did that, it made me look at life and like want to be able to talk to people and hear their different experiences and different life experiences. I feel like that's something big to me because like other people's stories have always found a way to somewhat inspire me, depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, we had shout out to damn his name it's I used to say it all. Dynasty Styles. There you go. Shout out to Dynasty Styles. He was one of people who inspired me for sure. Still to this day, he's making his own clothing brand. Um, um, Despite the fact that he's handicapped, he's just been hustling, and he's somebody I see hustling, like physically, like I literally see him without trying to see him. You ever like, all right, so you ever be running into somebody and you didn't want to run into that person, you know what I'm saying? But every time you run into that person, they seem like they doing something with their life or they doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, or like in New York, when you in New York and you run into that one nigga that always selling some shit, he always selling his clothes, and he always in your face with it. And when I say handicap, I mean niggas in a wheelchair. Like he literally he could stand up and shit like he got like but literally in a wheelchair and shit like that. And I remember the first time meeting him, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So they brought me in. I was just a host, and I come in and I'm like, what's going on? And niggas telling me about how he got his own clothing brand and all that shit. Come to find out, like I just saw him at the gym. Like he was outside the gym, sitting right outside with a table. He was sitting outside with a table, and he had his clothes sitting right there on the table. It said Dynasty Styles. It looked like he made the shirts, not made them himself, but like pressed it himself, whatever. But he had his own clothing brand, and he was doing it by himself with a table. Is in Manchester? I don't know where he live at, but like I said, you in a wheelchair with a pull out table, trying to sell your clothes in front of a gym. He was selling workout clothes. He was selling regular wear like hoodies and shit like that. Like, and to have a conversation with him and ask him what keeps him going every day, and just to ask him, and he tells me is that he just had a dream of always selling his own clothes, and that's what he started to do. And he put that step, that one motion, he put he put that whole dream into motion. And no matter what was in his way, I feel like after watching and hearing his story, I don't know how I don't remember how he became handicap, but just knowing he has a handicap and he's still willing to go out there in the cold. And I'm talking about one time I went out there, it was freezing brick. It was brickady. Niggas out there, sweater bundled up, table. Hey, come buy my shirts. Like, the hustle had me inspired. Like, the way people complain about making money and having to get up and go to work. Man, the nigga is in a wheelchair rolling around to town selling his own clothes, making his own money, and that's what made him happy. I don't know if he had another job or whatever as well, but I just know he had enough money to be doing. He probably had disability checks anyway. He's probably getting money on top of money, and he's just hustling right now. He's in a wheelchair, and nothing stopped him. So I generally want to say shout out to Dynasty Styles, but I want to say also that like I want to get back to that. Like I want to get back to being able to bring somebody in and have a conversation with them, and not just me inspire them, but they inspire me. You know what I'm saying? To be harder on myself or be better or just stop making excuses day to day. Like, I feel like those stories and those people helped me a lot. Cause like even like some of the inspiring rappers, like people who've been rapping, like yo, I've been rapping since I was 6th grade, and I've been trying my best to get out of CT, but it's been hard. And those stories where niggas is still grinding, even though support isn't there, and being able to tell me, some of these stories, and being able to relate through music, or being able to relate through just life shit, and vibing and having conversations was something I miss. So that's one of the goals for sure. I'm trying to have at least 10 people this year for sure. 20 would be a blessing, but 10 valid guests. I want 10. I want 10 valid guests this year for this podcast. And like I said, topics. This podcast, if you already seen its topics, these topics can be endless. I'm not here to put my podcast on a boundary, should you say, or like I'm not here to like only talk about this, and I'm not here to only talk about one thing. I'm here to talk about multiple things that can help everybody in the day to day. That's what this podcast is mainly made for. But yeah, so I want everybody to be able to come in here and talk about anything from day to day. Be able to have a conversation about anything from their normal life, and I want to find ways to be able to be relatable to just about anybody, far as I can on this podcast, and being able to inspire slash like I vibe. I want to say inspire and vibe with people. Like that's it. That's all I plan to do with this podcast. So yeah, boom. I'm not gonna make this long because we gotta go to work, and I also wanted to stream a little bit, but I don't know if we're gonna stream Sekiro right now due to the fact that I don't know. We'll see. We might not. I don't know, but I'm not gonna make this long. I'm not gonna make this podcast long. I wanted to tell y'all my main goal today. I wanted to make this something kind of quick, short. Also another main goal I want to have this year is, like I said, to drop a podcast every other week. Try to be more consistent with the podcasting, keeping things to a certain time limit and a certain time frame. So just know this year will be a lot more of that, and hopefully you get more consistency, but less draggage. Trying to get to the point this year. And speaking of getting to the point, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Let's get to our point that we wanted to, just another point that we wanted to make while we was on this podcast. I thought this video was very funny, but it also made me think too about how life really does take a turn, and that's why I put life brings you. I put in the title, I said life brings you many gifts, but also life brings you many truths or something like that. Or let me read what the title says. I just was looking at it. It's crazy. Life can bring you many gifts and so many hard truths. Yes, that's what I said. That kind of flows. Oh shit, wrong shit. So, the reason why I said that is because like this nigga right here, it was funny. I watched the video the other day, and I was just like, when I came on here, I was trying to think about what else I would talk about, or what I was, because I normally make a podcast based off of like some Instagram videos I watched and hit me hard, or some things that maybe everybody was thinking about, but nobody talk about. You feel me? So I be sharing a lot of shit too. But, anyways, this shit right here had me feeling like I understand this nigga.
When I was in high school, I thought I was going to be a basketball player or a football. I'm a fat ass security guard. I'm just a fat ass security guard. My life is ruined. I'm screwed. I'm a fat ass security guard.
Nah, so right. So I saw that video, and I always think about how, like, back in the day, teachers and shit like that, they used to be like, yo, what do you want to be when you grow up, and all that kind of shit. And I feel like I never had the know how, or like I didn't know what to really say back then, like what I wanted to be, knowing that I didn't even want to be like a firefighter. I didn't want to be a police officer. I never wanted to be a fucking security guard or working for anybody. I feel like I always wanted to do something like what I'm doing right now. Like I never know how to tell people that, like, because back in the day, you really didn't make money. You didn't make a lot of money off of being a podcaster. You didn't make a lot of money off of even being an entertainer majority of the time, unless you were great. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be, you know, an amazing Chris Brown, Michael Jackson to, and that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to sing and dance like my whole life. I wanted to be able to be on the big stage my whole life. Um, but see how he like he mad about his situation. He mad, or like he think about it too. He's thinking about how he a security guard. He a fat ass security guard, but he was saying though, he pretty much saying why nobody tell him why life is gonna be so hard. And I'm like, as I get older, I'm looking back at my life and I'm realizing like, damn, oh, I'm sorry. I'm realizing I made my life harder on myself than I had to. You feel me? Like, and a lot of people don't realize the choices and the things that they have chosen in life to do is part of the reasons why they are where they are, and where they at is where they're at. And for me, I feel like right now while I'm podcasting and while I'm only having I have one job and I'm not trying to do extra shit, and I'm trying to live on my dream too, is because that's exactly how I felt when I was younger. Like I felt like I low key didn't even want to be in none of those jobs in the first place. And I felt like watching people be unhappier in certain jobs and stuff like that. I just thought that was the way though. Back in the day when my peoples talked to me, I thought like you had to have a job. Like this is it. Like your job. And then if you're not famous, if you're not like talented enough to sing or whatever, it's like there's no hope for you. But people never used to bring in like the most successful podcasters, the most influencer. Like they used to bring in like radio show hosts and shit like that sometime. And radio show hosts, now you realize they don't have much bread because they just interviewing stars. You know what I'm saying? But they have good lives, and a lot of people didn't portray that a lot with when it come down to career day and shit like that. They just talk about money and talk about who make more money, and not what makes you happy in your career, or like the things you dreamed of, or the things you wanted to be. Um, so like as I'm looking at this video a lot of times, and he's like, "Why nobody tell me life is hard?" I feel that though. Like I'm in that position too, where it's like, damn, like there's so much that people didn't express in life. What's gonna happen? Him being fat is him being fat. I don't even. That's just you. You could have been a big ass linebacker if you wanted to, but you chose to be a fat ass security guard and not continue doing football or whatever happened, nigga. Um, but like at some point in time in life, you just gotta take accountability. I feel like when he was sitting here crying about the shit, I'm like, yeah, nigga, you one of those niggas that ain't really you ain't sitting what you did, in your life. That's why you wondering why you a fat ass security guard now, but you ain't do the things you're supposed to. And right now, I'm just in that point in time where I want to let everybody know that I'm still finding myself and trying to find that way away from that. Like I'm trying to find myself not being there where I'm at a certain age and I'm mad that I'm still doing, you know what I'm saying, some shit like a security guard, you know what I'm saying? Like um and that's why I'm doing this podcast and shit now. I think a lot of people have the same idea but not the same drive and not the same understanding of what it might take for their dream to come true. And it was a funny video at the time, but it also made me think. Like as I get older and I say, like I can see some people making content just to make content, or I'm like some people are just reaching out and saying things because it's true. Like some people are really these niggas really looking around like, yo, I'm really a security guard and that's it. He don't see nothing else, or he didn't see himself doing anything else, or he can't picture himself doing anything else. And sometimes it is depressing. I feel like if your dreams didn't go out to be the way you, if your dreams don't work out the way they're supposed to. But I think he also should be one of those people who keep his head up, because he is a big guy. He could still could have possibly did something, other than being a security guard. He could have had other, But anyways, it's a big guy. He chose, he chose what he chose. He didn't tell us his story, but I know for a fact that I'm choosing this road, and I'm going to dedicate myself to that. So I think you guys should know that as much as anything else for this podcast today is that I'm really just dedicated to my dream of, like, since a kid, I really did want a game. I did want to have my own shit. Like, I didn't want to have to work for nobody. I was hustling since I was young. Like, I was selling my shoes and trading and doing all that own shit. Like, I wanted my own shit, and I wanted my own clothing brand for the longest, and that's gonna be in the works as well. Hopefully this year. So yeah. Don't be afraid to follow your actual dreams. If things don't go accordingly, don't be afraid to settle for that second dream that you had. Because I know security guard wasn't his second dream. But don't let life get you down, and don't take the time before life gets too hard, which is like 18, 17, 16. Like, take those times to start building towards your goals. If I had to tell you anything like that, that's one thing I regret, is probably not taking those real times to like pay attention to my own self and my own goals that I really could have been setting at 16. Like, my dad was telling me, like, go get your car, go get your license, and do all that other stuff. Like, pay attention to the signs when people are telling you that life is hard, because people probably was telling him life would be a little hard, and he was probably being a little hard-headed, thinking he was going to be a football star, like he said, and but not following the steps that you need to take to become a football player or whatever, because like he just said, he a fat-ass security guard. It's not the steps that it takes to be a football player. But yeah, we're about to get ready to start on the game. I'm probably gonna be really short. I might even just play MK just because it's so short, or Naraka or something. I don't know. But I just want to keep the streaming going, anyways. But yeah, the main point of today's though, shit. Y'all just heard me turn on the PS5 type shit. So, but the main point of today is though, for real though, keep your head up. Put your dreams first. Yes, go work, go have a job, but make sure you put your dreams and all your loving energy, the things that you want to be passionate about. There you go. My fault. I couldn't find the word. The things that you wanted to be passionate about, put those things first a lot of times in your life, and you'll be happier. Unlike him, where he's like upset more so because he didn't put his passion first. I can tell if you're crying about it more so. You didn't put your passion first, and even if you did put your passion first and life became hard or whatever, you should be happy where you're at because you done tried everything. You know what I'm saying? You done tried everything, and then of course it didn't work out, and it doesn't. To become an NFL football star, it does take a lot of dedication. And if you are not dedicating your health nor your wealth, sir, you're not gonna get there. And he was talking about you a fat ass security guard. I'm like, I'm sorry, his brain. It's just I'm still stuck on that, bro. Like, it's just the way he cried about it. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing here? Like, why nobody tell me life was hard? Nigga, I'm pretty sure somebody told you that. And like, people told me life was hard, and I just want to say, oh, shout out to my dad, bro. Shout out to Quentin Bourgeois, man. I appreciate you because you also have driven so many lessons into my head. And you also have made me aware of how hard life was, and you made me have to go, damn, Dad, you're right. Life is hard. Like, you had made me go back and look at the conversations we've had because you were trying to prepare me, but nobody can prepare anybody for life. I don't think that's possible. You only can teach what you can teach, and I'm just happy that he's taught me how to stay out of trouble, keep my head up, take it day by day, and pay my bills and stay sturdy. You know what I mean? Be a man, be for real, for real. Like he's done kept me, at least kept me shooken up to the point where I'm not in jail, or I haven't had no charges, or I haven't had no, you feel me? I haven't got nothing crazy. You feel me? So I'm here, and that's due to him and my mom. Shout out to my mom. I appreciate you as well. But yeah, life is hard, yo. But it comes with many gifts, bro. That was the other side. It comes with many gifts, man. Like he's a security guard now, but I don't know what other things he's got going on. But security guards make a lot of money, low key. Like I know my boy, he had enough to like get a car or pretty much afford a house. You still living good, big dog. It sound like you eating good. It's like this is what I'm trying to say. Like it's about how you look at life too. If you look at life like, oh, my dreams didn't work out and blase blase, yeah, of course you're gonna feel like how he feel. But if you look at it like how you still alive today, you learned your lessons, you still got money, you still got food, you still could make a video, you still got a phone to even make a video, and you have a chance to be great or be better. The next day, the following day, and you possibly still have a chance to reach, your goals and dreams. It's really some people's goals and dreams are, very high to obtain. But like I said, it really takes dedication and determination. Not everybody has that. But yeah. But life brings, like I said, life brings many gifts because security guards make a lot of money. They also don't. He said he's fat, and I'm like, you also chose a job where you're not gonna lose any more weight because all you do is sit around, and if not, you sit around. You feel me? So now you chilling. Like that's a blessing in disguise. I think a lot of people don't realize that. Like a lot of people in other countries, third world countries, are really working their ass off building buildings and not getting paid anything, and we over here sitting on our asses and getting paid to watch a fucking screen. You feel me? So yeah, security guard or not, man, you still making that bread, and you still alive to this day, and your health is a little bit in danger, but So, anyways, hope each and every one of you guys have a blessed rest of y'all day. It's already 6:40. It's crazy. This is like 30 minutes to an hour, whatever. Cool. Go back to the channel on a. Yeah. Anybody say anything? Refresh the page. Blessed rest of y'all day. It's already 6:40. It's crazy. This is like 30 minutes to an hour, whatever. Cool. Go back to the channel on a. Yeah. Anybody say anything? Refresh the page. Blessed rest of y'all day. It's already 6:40. It's crazy. Yeah. So yeah. Shout out to Zero. Sorry, I've been a little bit like iffy with the words. I gotta get back on my just getting to the point. When I wrote shit down, I was getting to the point. Sorry, I was a little skippity over everything today, but I ain't have much really prepared. Really, I ain't gonna hold y'all. So I just wanted to tell y'all about my goals and everything like that. Tomorrow or the following day or whenever we have another podcast, be more prepared. And I gotta eat too, bro. I'm starving. Anyways, hope each and every one of you guys have a blessed day. I'm gonna see y'all when I see y'all. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to everybody who watched that video. The workout video. Another one that will be dropping. It should be dropping today. Around like 7 or 8 maybe. I'm getting late on the drops because I just didn't. I worked out this morning and fell asleep. Like as soon as I finished editing, I fell asleep. I didn't post, and then I woke up and now I'm doing this. So no excuses. We're still gonna drop. So yeah, I hope each and every one of you guys have a blessed day. Podcast. Fucking streaming in like 5 minutes. So Peace.